He still does not use a keyboard to play the game. He'll use his
Nepoužívá klávesnici?
mouse.
Jak mohl dát gold bez klávesnice? Já to nechápu. Proč si to dělá prostě ten člověk? Pokud nemáš na co koukat, mrkni na můj sesterský kanál, kde vychází propracovaná videa příběhů postav z LOLka. Rozhodně nebudeš litovat.
10,845,886. This is how many mastery points the account Gentle Patient Guy has
Gentle Patient Guy se jmenuje. Ty vole.
on the champion Shaco, equivalent
Na Šakovi.
to over 12,000 games played, and their account is currently in Iron 3. However, this is not the only account to have an incredible amount of mastery points and be in a low rank. Even having an incredibly high level account does not mean you have a
Ano, hoši. Takže proč se furt ptáte na to, kolik mám vole pointů, když to nic neznamená. Týpek má 11 milionů pointů na Šakovi a je Iron 3.
high rank. This Korean account at level 2185 is currently in bronze 4.
Level 2187 a je bronzu. To je prostě příklad člověka, který hraje, ale asi se nezlepšuje, nebo já nevím. Ale to je strašně moc her, ne, vole? Jak může odehrát tolik her a nezlepšit se? Nijak.
On March 25th, 2015, Riot introduced the Mastery Point system into the game. With that came players who wanted to have the most mastery points on their favorite champions to show the world that they're the best at said champion. Although
Vůbec na to nezáleží a nás tady pointy mě moc nezajímají stejně.
oftentimes a player who has a large amount of mastery points on one champion can tend to not be a very high-ranked player.
Ano.
But if we're going to tackle this topic, we should begin by mentioning the number one, the GOAT, the player with the most mastery points on a single champion. Their account name is Get Controlled, a player with over 17 million mastery.
To je tenhle boomer, jdi se na něj. Get Controlled 17 milionů mastery pointů má. Heimerdinger, aha, jo, vlastně.
Now that
mám Heimera na webce, vole.
name may sound familiar as I made a video about this player back in 2019. He had achieved the record for most mastery points back then, and he's maintained it ever since. And still, to this day, he is a very unique player. Since that video we made 3 years ago, not much has changed in terms of playstyle. He still does not use a keyboard to play the game. He'll use his
Nepoužívá klávesnici?
mouse to click every ability, including his summoner spells. And he still does not buy boots.
People ask him,
On nekupuje boty a nehraje s klávesnicí. Můžou být ti boomři ještě debilnější, nebo
hey, why don't you take flashy boots, which is very abnormal. I get it. I know why people take them, and it's good for you and your style. Perfect. But I don't chase. I don't run away. I don't need speed. All my power, all my AP is where my turrets are. And that's where I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay next to them. If I die, it happens, right? I'm here to have fun. And that's
A proto zůstaneš v Ironu nebo v bronze.
and I have a lot of fun.
And I sure hope he's having fun, because of course by having this many mastery points, his account is one of the most active accounts in the game. Currently, he's played over 2,800 games in Season 11.
Kdy na to bere čas?
We did this comparison in that past video as well, but if you average a game of League to 30 minutes, 30 times 3,000 is 90,000 minutes, which is equivalent to 62 days. Our friend here is spending over 60 days a year.
Však je streamer, ale je nějaký známej. Já jsem o něm nikdy neslyšel třeba. Jestli se tím živí, tím streamování, Heimera hraním bez bot a jenom jednou rukou bez klávesnice na myši. On je v goldu, tenhle týpek. Okay.
But he's not alone. There are 22 players who actively have over 10 million.
Okay, to je list všech, co mají nejvíc mastery pointů. Že on je první a má 18 milionů, no? Skoro. Ty kokos. Ten Gentle Patient Guy je 10. až, no. Na tom Šakovi. Představ si, kdyby mu někdo koupil klávesnici, vole, už. Tak by dal třeba Diamond, ne? Jak mohl dát gold, vole? Jak mohl dát gold bez klávesnice? Já to nechápu. Proč si to dělá prostě ten člověk? A vidíš, ta většina z nich nejsou ani nějak vysoký ranky. Teda jako Anybot. Anybot je známý, že jo? Tak ten má mastera. Tady nějaký Dia 3 týpek. Plat 3. A jak ty máš Iron, Silver, no. Člověk by řekl, že když mají tolik Mastery Pointů, tak by měli být challengeri všichni, že?
On a single champion. And the player with the second most mastery points isn't too far behind him. This Russian account, whose name I can't pronounce, has 16 million mastery points on Ash.
Má dobrý mechaniky docela.
And has played over 3,000
Jenom stojí na místě, dívej se celou dobu, jenom right kliknul tu Belvet. A Belvet kolem něho. Dívej se, co dělá ta Belvet, kámo.
Too far behind him. This Russian account...
Prostě ten Rusák ho jenom right klikne a že dává si u toho kafíčko, víš co, ty vole, pohodička, vole. A Belvet tam, vole. A chcípne, vole, víš co. Dívej se na to. Dívej se na tu Comedy Gold akci.
I can't pronounce has 16 million mastery points on Ash and has played over 3,000 games this season. Their account is unranked. And speaking of ranks, a high amount of mastery points seems to certainly not correlate with having a high rank. When we look at the top mastery points on a single champion, only 4 out of the top 10 players are above gold. And then zooming out to the top 100, 5 accounts reside in iron, 7 in bronze, 19 in silver, 26 in gold, 12 in platinum, 7 in diamond, and 2 in master. The remaining 22 accounts are unranked. However, some of these ranks may not be so accurate. Our Heimerdinger friend is currently in gold 3, but the account had been in bronze for the past 8 years until skyrocketing to platinum in season 11. I think it's safe to say that there may have been some shady business going on there, but what do I know?
No.
On top of the most active accounts in the game, there are players who care not about their rank, not about mastery points, but instead being the highest level. Up until 2017, level 30 was the highest level your account could be. But in the season 18 preseason, they removed the cap on your level and announced that there essentially is no limit to what level you can reach. Once this announcement was made, certain players began dedicating their
Aspoň, tak jak jsem to dával do té parodie, že jo, už asi před 4 rokama. Prostě level ukazuje jenom to, jak moc velký nerd seš.
Every waking moment to being the highest level in the game. Today, the highest level account is level 3140 by a player from the EU West server appropriately named No Life Finn.
O tom jsem slyšel, myslím, že. Oni na tom accountu hráli 2 lidi furt dokola, se střídali a hráli jenom Jinx proti botům. Protože Jinx se pušuje turety, že oni furt hráli jenom Jinx proti botům a měli nějak největší... Na tom accountu se hrálo celý den a jenom Jinx a proti botům. Aby to co nejrychleji ukončovali. To byl nejrychlejší způsob, jak to mohli sbírat prostě ty levely, no.
2 players are above level 3000 and only 24 players above level 2000. They have an Instagram where they post updates on their journey leveling up, and on August of 2020, they made a post for reaching level 2525 with the caption, "Another 25 level ups, step by step, day by day to 3000. Probably the most useless goal you can have in League."
Prostě si to přiznal, vole, že jeho goal je useless, no.
But fuck it, I'm up for it. And up for it they are, as these levels unironically translate to an absurd amount of time played. So I was happy to do something new, which was power leveling. Every day straight, 12 plus hours since December 2017. In this post, they also expressed disappointment for the lack of rewards for leveling up. All you get is a
champion capsule za level up
every 50 levels, starting at 150, and some useless champ shards. So I got 900k useless blue essence and some gemstones,
900 000 blue essence má.
Which is super boring. Also, not mentioned here is that level 500 is the final upgrade to your profile border. After that, you'll have the same border regardless of being level 500 or 5000. But anyway, one part stands out in Finn's post the most. Every day straight for 12 plus hours since December 2017. What's even crazier is they weren't spending 12 hours in ranked games. Instead, they only play against bots. Specifically, prior to the removal of Twisted Treeline bots was the fastest way to gain experience.
Hrali Jinx u toho.
Winning past 7 minutes would pretty much give you as much experience points as playing a real game. Combined with having the experience boost activated, you'd climb up in
Vidíš, hraje Jinx tady. Že tady nejrychleji pušuje turety prostě.
rather quickly. Also,
a Blue Essence asi nemá žádný cap, když má 900 000 Blue Essence tady ten týpek.
yeah. In order to reach these levels, you must have experience boost
a musí mít ještě XP boost, no.
activated. And those cost money. So not only is this a giant time
teď se na něm ještě Riot vydělává,
investment, but there is also a bit of monetary investment as well.
A co ten týpek dělá, když 12 hodin denně hraje, vole, proti botům, tak on jako on jde do práce, po 8 hodinách přijde z práce, koupí si XP boost a 12 hodin hraje proti botům a pak se znova. A tohle dělá třeba už několik let, aby bylo prostě level 3500, vole.
Comment on that Reddit post saying that they had spent 1700 euros. This was 4 years
1700 euro za to utratil.
ago at level 1000. So now being over 3000, you could assume that perhaps over 4 or 5000 euros have been spent on leveling up. But that's
5000 euro. Tak 5000 euro teda, dobře.
Post and that one Reddit post, we don't get much insight.
To je asi kolik? 100 000, no. 120 000 korun?
On who they are. But certainly their achievement does come with a little bit of judgment from people learning about this. A bunch of the comments on Reddit were curious as to whether or not this person had a job, what do your parents think about this, and of course, just how are you capable of playing the game for so many hours. But at the end of the day, if being the highest level in the game brings this guy some sort of happiness or fulfillment, then good for him. With all this being said, I think I'll send off this video with some words from our friend with the most mastery points.
If you're gonna waste a lot of time in your life, you better might as well be proud of it.
No, když vyvěstíš hodně času, tak na to musí být asi hrdý, no. Zajímavý. Že tohle ukazuje, že Shaco je nejtěžší šampion? To určitě, no. To nevím teda, jako zajímavý. Tady na tomhle účtu mám 144 level, jenom. Wow, a to hraju docela pravidelně tady, no.
Later that same evening.
Úplně to droplo ty views, extrémně. Úplně bezdůvodně, no. Já to u sebe na YouTube přestal z ničeho nic vídat. Já si myslím, že to prostě lidem přestalo tolik ukazovat, no. Jak předtím třeba. Kdo tam máte odběr, tak tam běžte znova a si ten odběr asi zrušte a obnovte ho znova, nebo já nevím, něco. To je hrozně demotivující.